I was saying in a video the other day that if you want to know who the CIA owns in your organization, just look at who is giving the orders. In a classic example of an exception that proves the rule, there's a story that came out today, June 6, 2013. Florida governor has sheriff arrested, removed from office for allowing concealed carry. This is apparently the sheriff. Looks like a good guy. And, it's an exception that the sheriff is not the corrupt guy, the top guy. He's the top of his sheriff's organization, so it would make sense for the CIA to have corrupted him, to have blackmailed him, and to ensure that he is under their thumb, that he is under the control of the federal tyranny. But apparently they didn't do it. They didn't get this one. He is an exception. He is an exception to the rule. Now, how this case, though, proves the rule is that the Florida governor, while this Florida sheriff was following the law, living up to his oath to uphold the Constitution, the governor, the head of the organization of Florida government, he had this guy arrested, so he's obviously a federal agent. He might say that the Florida governor might say that he's just trying to enforce state laws, but his state laws defy the Constitution, and the Constitution is the supreme law of the land in the United States of America. And the regime, the statutory regime in Florida that put these laws into concealed carry weapons licensing, that they put these laws into, I shouldn't even call them laws really, because obviously they're not enforceable entirely, because people, they just be defying them. And this is one guy who got caught up in defiance of the illegal law, which prevents him from being able to defend himself. And the sheriff decided that he wasn't gonna apply the criminality of the state's concealed carry weapons licensing requirement. Apparently they were gonna have to charge this guy with a third-degree felony if the sheriff hadn't stepped in and told them to release the guy because he believes in the Second Amendment. And then apparently there's some other federal agent in the sheriff's department that it's some lower ranking deputy sheriff or so who apparently ratted the sheriff out. It hasn't been revealed who it was yet, but it was the guy was released from the sheriff's custody, and so the only people that really would have known that he had been arrested are the sheriffs and the deputy sheriffs. And so there is a mole in the organization, a federal agent who, they're not serving the local sheriff. They're actually serving the federal tyranny. I had a comment on this article. Somebody had said that they wanted to see a legal justification, that they wanted to see the statutes that provide for the removal of the sheriff being an elected official, that the governor just swap out the sheriff for whoever it was he decided to appoint to the sheriff's office. So he by this he is defying the will of the people. So to that I said this: it's not a matter that requires any deep legal research. The governor is treasonous, presiding over a state with statutes that defy the Constitution. The Supremacy Clause of the Constitution makes the Constitution the supreme law of the land in the USA. State governments have no right to defy the constitutional rights of U.S. citizens. The feds should actually arrest the Florida governor, but the Fed government is now as pathetically corrupt. The Declaration of Independence states, valid government must comply to the will of the people. Governments derive their just powers from the consent of the governed. The Constitution starts out, we the people. So the very essence of what this governor has done by tossing out a sheriff that was elected by the people uh, he is he is defying the very spirit of the Constitution. This governor breaking his oath to uphold the Constitution, arresting a sheriff for upholding the Constitution. Obviously, the governor is treasonous, and the sheriff is law-abiding. That's why I say it's not a matter that requires any deep legal research, because the governor is enforcing unconstitutional laws. I shouldn't even say unconstitutional, because it's not just that they don't exist in the Constitution, they are anti-constitutional laws. They go against the Constitution. These concealed weapon carry permitting requirements, which the Second Amendment says shall not be infringed. The people's right to keep and bear arms. Bear arms being obviously carrying guns. Somebody had posted the applicable Florida laws for the removal of a sheriff from office on that article that I was reading. And so I went and I read the applicable Florida laws, and guess who is supposed to remove sheriffs? If one of the citizens of the district makes a petition to remove a sheriff, which, the governor, he's probably not even a citizen of the district, but if a citizen of the district makes a petition to remove a sheriff, then it is up to a district judge to remove the sheriff if he's gonna lend credence to the petition that the district judge would issue a citation for the removal of the sheriff, not the governor. And there's some other little intricacy here. Oh yeah, I guess I'll just show you the laws here. I copied this out of the document that was posted, and I posted it as a comment on this article. You see, Local Government Code, Title III, Organization of County Government, Subtitle B, Commissioners, Court and County Offices, Removal of County Officers from Office, Filing or Filling of Vacancies, Subchapter A, General Provisions, Trial. Officers may be removed only following a trial by jury. Oh yeah, there's the other part of it here. Suspension pending trial. Temporary appointee. After the issuance of the order requiring citation of the officer, the district judge may temporarily suspend the officer and may appoint another person to perform the duties of the office. So, yeah, the governor, he's not only violating the Constitution by defying the rights of United States citizens, Second Amendment rights, the right to bear arms. He's also breaking Florida law by ignoring the statute which pertains to how a sheriff be removed, and taking it upon himself to order the sheriff removed. Which there's nothing in Florida law that says the governor can order a sheriff to be removed. And certainly not without a conviction. So, I brought up the Florida Attorney General website, and look at this. Pam Bondi. She's the Attorney General of Florida. And I'm gonna give them a call right now and find out why apparently nobody in Florida has any regard for the law. Let's see, we got, I guess we'll call Citizen Services, because I don't see any other greater applicable number, which is 850-414-3300.
Attorney General Pam Bondi's office, how may I transfer your call?
This is actually the office of Pam Bondi?
Yeah, it's the Attorney General Pam Bondi, yes sir.
Okay, well, I'd imagine that I'm not going to be able to speak to Pam Bondi directly, so just anybody who is legally schooled, that I can speak to somebody who is either a legal aid or a lawyer.
Okay, one moment.
Thanks.
Thank you for calling the Office of Attorney General Pam Bondi. All of our personnel are busy. Please hold for the next available person. Thank you. Open or open. Here are some Good afternoon. Thank you for calling Attorney General Pam Bondi's office. Can I have your name, please?
Sure, Daniel Kelly.
Okay, can I have your phone number in case we disconnect?
I prefer not to give you my phone number.
That's fine. What city are you calling from?
I'm calling from Newport, Vermont.
How can I help you today?
I was reading, I'll just give you a little bit of history about me. I spent a lot of time in Florida over the years. I was stationed in Mayport, Florida, and I visited Disney World probably like nearly a dozen times, so many times that I can't even remember how many times exactly. Gone to Busch Gardens a bunch of times, and I really like spending time in Florida, but I will not spend any time in Florida if the governorship of Rick Scott, is that the proper name of the governor?
Mm-hmm.
If it is to be continued, because he is a bold criminal. He recently had arrested a sheriff by the name of Nicholas Lee Finch. Are you aware of this case?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so are you taking notes?
I am.
Okay, Nicholas Lee Finch, he's a sheriff in Florida, and he respected the Second Amendment rights of a citizen of his district, and the governor had the sheriff arrested for respecting a man's Second Amendment rights. I see right in Florida code, though, if you would please write this down, Local Government Code, Title 3, Subtitle B, Chapter 87, Subchapter A, and Section 87.018. And this pertains to trial, and it says, officers may be removed only following a trial by jury. So the governor had no authority to arrest or to remove the sheriff who was executing his duties, upholding his oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States of America, which is the supreme law of the land in the United States, the Constitution, that state law cannot defy the Constitution. And if it does, then it's invalid. And the state officers that make and uphold unconstitutional laws are treasonous. There's another section of the law here which pertains to this situation also, which is Section 87.017. And it says suspension pending trial, temporary appointee. And it says after the issuance of the order requiring citation of the officer, the district judge may temporarily suspend the officer and may appoint another person to perform the duties of the office. Now the governor, ignoring Florida statute, has appointed a replacement for the sheriff, which is a slap in the face of the people who elected the sheriff. That the governor of Florida is acting as a tyrant, just imposing his will, ignoring Florida law. And he's ignoring the U.S. Constitution. So I would urge that the Attorney General work with the local law enforcement to have the governor arrested. And I won't be returning to Florida until I hear that this has been accomplished, and I'm going to make wide recommendation, as many people as I can contact, to let them know that they should not travel to Florida either until this governor tyranny has been dissolved.
Okay. I have noted your information. If you want to also voice your concerns online on our website, in our complaint form, you're welcome to do that. Do you have access to a computer?
Yes, I sure do.
Okay, let me give you our website. It is www.myfloridalegal.com.
Okay, myfloridalegal.com.
Correct. When you get on that site, on the right-hand side, there's a tab that says File a Complaint. You're going to press that tab. And then once you press it, on the left, the very first tab will say General Inquiries or Complaints. You can press that tab, and then once you press it, a form will appear on the screen. Okay?
Okay. Can you just tell me the notes that you took? The title, subtitle, chapter, and the section?
Sure. You said Title 3B, Chapter 87, subsection 87.018.
Yep.
that officers may be removed only by trial or jury.
Uh-huh.
And then you also cited section 87.017.
Okay, that's great. And
Mhm.
the Attorney General will definitely be given these notes?
Your information will be reviewed, but what you want to do is put it in formal complaint. That's normally how anything is addressed with our office, in writing, because we'll review it and then respond back to you.
Okay, great.
Okay?
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. You have a good day.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye.